talked about this youth program. I was very happy because I mentioned to you earlier today. Swami gave me the privilege to be the organizer of the first ever World Youth Conference. And that time I was not really a youth, by the way, I became the president of the Malaysian SAI Council. I became involved with Swami at the age of 32. Before that I told you I was the atheist, anti-SAI. Then 33, by 34 I was president of the Malaysian SAI Council. And there was no council in Malaysia at the time. There were disparate centers. Then suddenly a big civil war started among the SAI centers. Adults fighting each other. And that's when I launched the greatest challenge of my career. I had to unite all the centers. Now we've got 85 or something centers in Malaysia and bhajan units. In those days, there were elderly people, old, really elderly people who were very senior people in government and others, who could not get along with others. They took court case, they took the SAI branch to court. I was summoned to court myself. Actually, I got a legal notice from the court to defend myself. So one center sent that legal notice to me. Some idiotic reason I gave. Anyhow, so the guy, it's only because of the SAI movement I got to know how the legal process works. So at least I'm thankful for them. So this guy, at that time I was director of investment in the Ministry of Industry. The guy comes to me and says, excuse me sir, yes? Very nervous character, because normally people throw stones at him and chase him away. So can you please take this? I said, what is this? It's a summons. Summons what? Somebody is suing you. For what? You must go to court and defend yourself. Hey, come here, come inside. Why sir? No, come have a cup of coffee. Coffee? So he sat down, nervously asked for coffee. What's it all about? So then one of the centers is suing me and somebody else, a few others, for some idiotic reason. So I was very kind to him. I tell him what he said, what you must do. You must now go to the court within the next 5 days, I think. You must take some court of papers and file your defense. If you don't file your defense, judgment is taken against you and you could go to jail. If you don't come there and file. I said, wow. So what I do? I always tell people, fight fire with water, and fight fire with fire. So that evening, I went to the center that had sent the court case summons against me. All elderly people. I stood back there, after bhajan was over, I walked forward. So the guys, when they see me, they are very, hello brother Jega, how are you? So I told the uncle, elderly man, I told him in Tamil. I'll tell you what I said in Tamil. Uncle, நான் செய்யறேன் நீங்க அடிக்கிறீங்க. Uncle, I'm doing and doing, you're walloping me. Uncle, let me tell you this, uncle. I'm not going to defend myself. I refuse to take Baba to court, I said. Uncle, let me face justice of man and go to jail. Uncle, you must face justice of God, I said. And I said, thank you, uncle. I went off. How did you tackle this guy? Then there was the other group, there were about 10 of us, 12 of us, they took the call. Everyone decided to defend themselves. They submitted. The lawyer was the leader of that gang who caused the trouble. He still causing trouble. And he said, don't worry, I will file the defense for all of you. So everyone submitted. I managed to persuade one other person who migrated to Perth subsequently not to file defense, don't defend. So 2 of us didn't defend. Now they got a tiger by the tail. How did he send Jega to jail? Yeah, drama dragged on. Swami intervened. And finally, after 1 or 2 years, they dropped the whole thing. See, sometimes we get kind of blessings come in different ways. So now at least I know the legal process. But anyways, I'm very impressed today. So when I launched the first World Youth Conference, I was 32 years old. I was 32, 33, 30, 34. I'd unite the whole of Malaysia. I fell at people's feet, literally. I fell at people's feet and organized unity programs with them, national conventions. No council at the time. Just one individual traveling center by center by center, and uniting people. Uncle Swami finally authorized a council to be formed, and Uncle Indra Jega, the president. So I think by 34, 35 I became the president of the National Council. So can you imagine, your Buddha conference was held when I was much older, I was close to 50 I think. And we had and one of the things that I'm so happy to see this youth doing all thing is continuing. There was a song we sang. How many of you were present at the first World Youth Conference? You were there? It was when babies. But mom was carrying you in arms. See. You also were there? I didn't realize we were inviting tiny tots for that. So we had this, a lot of things happened, but one of the most dramatic things we did was, we had this massive march past. All the countries, lined up, and all of them had the national flags, And then Swami was there on the podium, and we had this places where they can stick the sticks into it, see, And so I was thinking that the Swami agreed, whatever we said, Swami agreed. The very interesting thing. When this happened just before I went back to Malaysia, before my wife passed away. Okay? So at the meeting they had, before I left that day, 2 days before that, the Uncle Indra he said, Jaga, now you are the chairman of the organizing committee for the first World Youth Conference. I said, okay. Then 2 days later, he comes to me. He announces, Jega is no more chairman of the organizing committee. Okay, I didn't get it. And then he said, he is now the organizer of the first World Youth Conference. What does that mean, okay? As a chairman of the organizing committee, organizer. So after I just kept quiet, then I asked my Indra came very, very sharp. The uncle, what's the difference? Chairman of the organizing committee and organizer. That means you are in charge of everything. Who you consult, don't come, up to you. Program must succeed, that's it. So I realized the devotees, how can they make such a decision change united? Swami Musa told them, no committee, let Jaga do it. And then we had this massive march past. Remember the song we sang? Who else was there? You all were there, all of you. See. You were there. But were you there? Exactly. I can't imagine Brother Guna carrying you in your arms and undoing you. Come back. So this is the song we sang. Back big music was behind, and all these mothers singing. I don't remember the whole song, but let's see how it goes, okay? Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Relaxing. See, now only taking guitar now. Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Truth needs someone who can say I am. This was the mother I was thinking about. Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Truth needs someone who can can say I am. I am your hero, I am your friend. Mother, don't cry, you know I am. I am your hero, I am your friend. I am your friend. Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Truth needs a friend. Truth needs someone who can say I am. Sathya needs someone who can say I am. I am your hero, I am your friend. Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Truth needs a hero, truth needs a friend. Truth needs someone who can say I am. Truth needs someone who can say I am. I am your hero, I am your friend. Mother, don't cry, you know I am. Wow, I haven't sung that song since the World Conference. Thank you for inspiring me, you youth. Fantastic, thank you. Before I start this formal session, in fact, I'm integrating what happened earlier with what I'm going to talk about now. Tina, my dear, I just met you. And how you have inspired me also. Very difficult people to inspire me because I'm so inspired by SAI anyhow. But here you gave us such an incredible, heartfelt presentation about the challenges you faced. So there are two perspectives in serving the community. One at the micro level, individual level, then the macro level. I was just mentioning it to her. And also I heard, where is this husband of yours? He's still around? He's gone. Yeah, done. I just met him. I wanted him to be acknowledged. So you see who he is, okay? They say behind every man there's a woman, okay? Yeah, behind every woman, there must be a guy, who's prepared to go out of his way and support. So please thank your husband on behalf of all of us, okay? Give him a big hand. So tell him he was applauded in absentia. Many devotees, this is the challenge facing many nations of the world. And today this topic I'm going to share with you relates to this. The greatest threat facing families and communities in the 21st century. Is there a possibility that we may gain a kingdom, become more and more wealthy, per capita income is rising, GDP is rising, GNP is rising, yet people are losing their souls, let alone their lives? We may be gaining a kingdom and losing a soul, and all you youth here, in the generation to come, are in this right on the path of this train that's going out of control. Unless you do something about it, well, you are still a senior youth. I was going to say this, Bhagavatam Maka Mantra, I'm going to skip that now. What is the greatest crisis facing humanity today? In both rich and poor nations. And I think I mentioned to you earlier, yesterday or day before yesterday, that was not there, the crisis is never there about 50, 60 years ago. One I've talked about already, interfaith unity, that your religion, for never before in human history, religion could become the start of a world war. And now religion stands a threat of world war. But then, the second, is it poverty, hunger, unemployment, poor health, lack of clean water? All this there before also. All this was there, hunger was there, poverty was there, all this was there long before, centuries. But some new phenomenon is taking place in the earth today. There is decline in respect and reverence, or even love for parents and elders. This is a world phenomenon affecting both developed and developing countries. But there is another phenomenon, declining care and concern for youth and especially teenagers in their formative years. This seems to be more like a developed nation syndrome phenomenon. I was looking at what Tina was telling us, Devotees, look at the situation here. These are among the wealthiest nations. Everybody wants to come here. New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Switzerland, Sweden, now Norway. Do you know that all these countries, the biggest challenge, not by road accidents, suicides. Japan, suicide is the big issue. But very funny, look at the developing countries, India, Africa, the people, the youth and are fighting to live, they're trying to survive, starving, they're fighting to live. They want to live. Nature is against us, environment is against them, bombing them, not enough food, but yet in the wealthiest countries of the world, they're giving up their lives. What a contrast. In the poorest country, they're fighting to live. If they die of starvation. Adult suicide is there. In people like in India. Why? When the farmers, lose everything, they can't pay their debt. They don't know what to do, they commit suicide. In Malaysia, we hardly hear of this phenomenon, though it affected my family, but that's because my son was ill. He was a psychiatric situation, he had a bipolar situation, he had a schizophrenia. And he was destined to go. His lines were over. I'll tell you why. He was admitted to hospital, best psychiatrists were treating him. Then what happened? One day they Jega, your son is cured, okay. Son is okay now, you can take him back home. He recovered fully. Wow, fantastic. Son calls me. Papa, don't come in the morning. I said, why? The doctors are organizing a huge party for some thing they have. The doctors are asking to be the MC. He's done so well, such a brilliant performance he's doing there. Asked him to be the master ceremonies for the party. Then he comes, we take him home, and that evening we had a big dinner. All some of my cousins and all had come from overseas, back from London and other places. With a big dinner party, went outside, he was there, hugging everybody cheerfully. Next morning something strange happened. Next morning, every morning I have my prayers and I go down and I have a little altar in I've got a big hall at the back, but I used to personal prayer to a little altar in my room. And normally I go down and pluck some tulsi leaves and one flower I pluck to offer to God. You know why I pluck one flower? I'm putting flower in my heart, you see. Only one to offer. So I offer the one flower there. And I'm standing there, cleaning the altar before I go. Suddenly I see my son standing beside me. The Afghan got up early, had a bath and is standing, but never before in his life he'd been there. I said, wow, had a bath? Yeah. Oh. Okay. I thought he'd still be sleeping. Like, come down with me, I'll show you what I do. So he came down first time in his life, he comes down, 21 years old already. And I plucked the tulsi leaves. I showed, this is how you pluck the tulsi leaves. Don't pluck enough from the you take the bud and then one flower, come. You stood there. They say, sing a song. She sang one song, one Murugan song. One of my songs, okay? Muruga un padal ullathile. Anyway, the song about Lord Murugan. Then after I finished, I put VB for him. And I told him, son, you go to I got auntie's house across my road, the one where the Vibhuti manifestation came, that challenge. She met Cinema, she was there, and all the cousins were there. So he went and said, be with them. So I went to the office. So night time we'll go out, okay? And then he went there, and he was with my cousins, and then they all, early, because the cousins would come overseas, they all went to Ganapati temple. So he joined them to go to Ganapati temple. You imagine praying with me and then going to another temple, never done before. Then, about 3 o'clock, I'm sitting in the office, the phone rings. My daughter calls me, Papa, Jagan has died. I said, what? He went outside, he was in Aunty's house, he had lunch. He told my auntie, can I lie on the sofa for a while? About 2:30 something, he said, Auntie, can I go for a walk? Auntie said, hey, Papa's going to come back in the evening. So come back fast, okay? He went out. You know what happened? He goes to the top of the building and comes. 100% declared fit by the doctor. When the doctor heard the news, he called me. Doctor, don't talk to me. I said, what are you all doing? Science or arts? How come you declare 100% and then he's like this? No, I don't talk to you. What am I talking to you? And the drama took place. So the main reasons why this was because he used to hear voices and all kind of things. Real bipolar, schizophrenia. And can you imagine the guy who done 12 hours of time earlier, he had doctors asked him to be the MC for the major function in the psychiatric ward. So like that things happen. So I told someone just now, as I told you earlier, he had to go, whatever it is, nothing could stop that, okay? Because his lines were over, he had no more lines to say. Actually, I know why he passed away. In my personal regression, I realized why. In the past life, I and he did something, I did something, that he did something, and I did something that caused this particular thing to happen. So, I'm thinking now to myself, how can we tackle this issue? Devotees, it's obvious now when children are not respecting parents or the parents not caring for children, then we have a problem of human consciousness. So the challenge is what can we do? What can we as a spiritual seva organization do? While we are tackling individual cases like what Tina is doing, what can we do to have a transformation of human consciousness in society itself so that they don't get into this particular situation? That's a challenge, you know. It's a transformation of human consciousness. And the most powerful people who can help in this are the youth themselves, because the youth are themselves committing suicide. I get many people coming in. I'm myself a counselor myself, okay? People come and ask me all kinds of funny things. And I realize that what can we do as a universal situation? So I'm going to suggest, and this could be the most impractical thing I've suggested in my life. Oh, by the way, after Tina spoke, a young man came up to me here. He is working in the government department dealing with alcohol and drugs. His name is Ravi. Is Ravi here? Ravi, where are you, sir? He's gone. Ravi. And he said, I'm working in alcohol and drugs. So I said, what, do you teach them how much to drink every day? What brand of wine you must take, Cabernet Sauvignon? No, we work with NGOs to try to prevent this kind of things. So I was thinking, how can we get people excited about this? Excited about alcoholism, excited about drugs, and wanting to be part of the whole program. Sometimes, devotees, the solutions actually need not be very complicated. Could be very easy, in fact. And we could try. Level of consciousness. In Malaysia, I'm sharing this with you because it's an again experience. So Suresh may mention this to you. Can you ABC? In Malaysia, we decided to do something. Of course, we do many things, okay, but here's something else. Baba has said that we have the power to transform. And he said youth have the power to transform youth. And we have the power to transform, he said. So I thought to myself, hey Swami, are you saying this just to entertain us? Or do you really mean this, that we do have power to transform? So I decided, maybe cut this thing here so she can find something new. So I decided to do an experiment. It's always been a challenge, no. Divine says something, okay, you see, just telling to entertain, oh, you all can transform you to know. Oh, I feel very happy. You know, I have the power to transform you. I may not do anything, but I have a power to transform others. Let's put that to a test. So I called the council together. And guys, let's do this. We launched a program called ABC, Action for the Betterment of Community. So what's the idea? They asked me. I mentioned the idea to them. The Indians went pale and became fair. But temporary fairness. What is the idea? I told them, listen guys, let us choose. Let's see, that's how we mean it. Let us choose the most difficult area in Kuala Lumpur city, the area of most gangsterism, drug addiction, violence, misbehavior youth. And let us see if we can change the community in 3 years. So let's choose the most difficult. They said, Jega, why the most difficult? Can we choose a less difficult area? I said, no, I'll tell you why. I said, if the floor is half black, half white, no one knows which part we made white. If the floor is fully black, they can see where we made white again. So, because of all the other things we have done, that somehow happened, the North Korean disaster, 7,000 tons, we did not do this, the Jega crack fellow, built your 500 toilets. So they said, okay, we'll agree. They'll agree all this kind of things. So what I did, I went to the mayor of Kuala Lumpur City. Mayor of Kuala Lumpur City, the mayor is a Muslim man. The guys know me because I'm also in the government. And I said, Mayor, can the NGOs respond? It's a question of can they respond to things like this. Mayor, I said, show us the area in Kuala Lumpur City with the highest crime rate, highest juvenile delinquency, highest drug addiction, drug pushing. Give us 3 years, we'll bring it down. The mayor looked at me like most people look at me like I'm a madman, okay? And I said, why you want to do this, he asked me. Natural question, no? Any intelligent person asks. I said, they know I'm coming to Baba. See, Baba says we have the power to transform. I want to see whether we have the power to transform. You sure you want to do it? I said, yes. He tried to tell you here, devotees, we have the power to transform, okay? One example of a program that has been implemented successfully by Interfaith NGO. Action ABC. ABC project, the venue is called Sunping Flats. Sunping Flats, listed by police as a black area. Police himself listed the black area. High crime, high juvenile delinquency, vandalism, drug addiction, alcoholism, everything. I had the privilege to be a co-chairman of the ABC. The other co-chairman was a Muslim gentleman. Dr. Jagadeesan, he was the managing editor of New States Times. He did not Baba devotee. But when I mentioned the program, I needed the media support. So he said, Jega, I'm not Baba devotee, but my God, what you're doing is so fantastic, I'll be a co-chairman. So that's fantastic to have this Muslim man with me. Then of course we had everybody's support, okay? We had some religious leaders support, corporate leaders support, everybody came. Because they heard of the idea, it's so ridiculous and so stupid idea. That may as well support this guy, what is that? Because no one, we were told that Mayor of Kuala Lumpur would bring crime down and negative behavior down in 3 years. This is the population breakdown, multiracial population, the high-rise flats, that urban slum areas. Right in the center of the city. Those of you who know Kuala Lumpur, Victoria Institution, this is opposite Victoria Institution. Victoria Institution was my alma mater there, Who would have thought that within stone's throw from my school was the highest crime area in Kerala. 15,443 population. Malays, Muslims, 7,433. Chinese, who are basically Buddhists or Taoists or whatever it is, 4,000. And Indian, 3,000. It's not a small area, it's a massive area. So we got triangulation, DBK, the City Hall, NGOV, Sunping Flat, zone the residents. And the media was heard about this, they were good stunned. So media gave us a lot of mad fellas doing this, Okay, let's make some. So they started covering us. Sunping Flats picked up a pilot project. This year we were donated 100,000 ringgit. One gentleman called Pang, also for the power duty, he donated $100,000. And the guy in the center there, the center here, he is the mayor of Kuala Lumpur, he's a Muslim gentleman. And everybody was very happy. Then we had, we launched massive programs, in the area. The devotees, what our object was not just to a seva project. Our object was to transform human consciousness. To transform human, we can't go there once a week and do once a week and come out again. We had to have programs every day. Every day we had volunteers on the ground. Every day we had different programs. We had health programs, sports programs, musical programs. We set up a free computer education center. The mayor gave us a room and people donated computers to us. Our volunteers went to teach computers there to the children. Massive program. We had Muhiba. The word Muhiba means goodwill carnival. So we organized a goodwill carnival where 500 residents took part. And said they themselves do the shows, we just provide the facilities. And we asked them to dance, drama, what have you. Then we had anti-drug campaign on Sunping Flat. We launched a massive anti-drug program. We had medical camps within the Sunping area. It was total immersion, okay. We gave the villagers there all our attention, all non-villagers, the urban people there. We had human values through sports. What did we do is we had to see at the level of, let alone your fat cat level here. Sorry, you know what I mean, fat cat, right? Okay. The middle class and upper class, forget about bonding of the parents with the children. At the level of down there, there's no bonding at all, okay? What they do, all the flats are so small, okay? At least you have big rooms, you can sit in your room by yourself, and play your computer and ignore your parents all day. But these guys have no chance to ignore the parents. They only want small flat, probably 2 bedrooms and 5 children, whatever. They all see them doing the TV on, noise and this and the other, So what do they do, these guys? They go down. They can't sit there all day. They go down, no room. They go hang around outside their flats. So hang around. The hanging around is a name we word in Malaysia called lepak. Lepak means group youth hanging around there doing nothing. Then as they hang around, somebody comes over cigarette. And offer drugs, chase girls. This doesn't happen here, I'm sure, but Malaysia it happens, right? Maybe girls chasing boys nowadays, You won't believe now. It doesn't mean not here. The girls calling the boys, I don't know whether it happens here, but in Malaysia, they say, my God, how can no one do that to me? So what did we do was, we had sports, okay, where father and son versus father and son. So like ping pong, father and son versus father and son, mother and daughter versus mother and daughter. So they must bond, Then caroms, double caroms, father and son. And so like that, we brought games like this to badminton, father and son versus father and son. So now they must talk together, get a strategy, Papa, I hit them, blah, 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 and then started bringing them together like that, okay. So we had to think of some innovative things. Projecting good values through song. We had song festivals, human value song festivals. These are huge. The Malay group here, this other, all kinds of guys are singing, Then we had residents join hands to fight drugs. So because drug problem was a big issue there. And let me tell you about the drug problem. We were winning the battle in every other front, except the drug pushers. Drug pushing became a big issue there. I wondered how to tackle this. So I called my team together. My team was a youth, people like you guys, okay? And so some elder, some younger. I had fathers, mothers, wives, husbands, children, young, all kinds of people were there. Every day different teams were there. I told them, go at night. See where the drug pushing is taking place. So they took cameras, and they went and took films of all the areas where, and what these drug pushers do, these gangsters, they go to the dark areas, and that's where they flop the drugs and people sell. So we took pictures of all that. They risked their lives to do this, okay, because the drug got the guy, they put a knife through them. And then we took this film and showed to the mayor. Mayor, look at this. This is where the rats are hiding. Light up the areas. So Mayor went and they put floodlights everywhere and we transformed all the night, dark areas into light. As this is going on, then we decided to organize a huge anti-drug campaign. We wanted to do we must do something spectacular for people to take to notice. If you do Mijaki, no one notice. See, I always tell people, right now in Malaysia, I've launched another campaign to tackle the Indian population. Okay? In Malaysia, the Indians are 7% of the population. 7%. Total population is 30%. Indians are population, 7%. But would you believe it? The most number of gangsters in Malaysia, Indian gangsters. Most number of wife beaters, Indians. Most number of people, you go to any pub, 7% of population, 50% Indians. The most number of chain snatchers are Indians. And all these guys, and all the Indian fat cats, you know who we mean, right? If you don't know who we mean, look at the mirror. They will sit in the coffee shops and bars and talk about the Indian problem. You know the Indian problem, all the gangsters, they see all the Indian movies and then they put the knife at the back. You know how they do that? You know how they do that? You don't know? You never see Tamil movies. No, of course, to see Tamil movies, Indian movies, you must know the language. Okay? Doesn't matter. So they put the parang, you know about the parang, they put it at the back, stick it down there, then they go like that. Then they meet someone, they'll just, hey, Vatra! Cut the fellow. Okay, I think some of you know this, okay. Anyway, the most of my gangsters. So I said, listen, one day I thought to myself, I called a group of guys, I said, listen, who will help these guys? Will the Chinese go and help the Indians to get out of the rut of negative values? Will the Malays do that? No, we Indians must do that. I quoted the famous quote from the Indian scriptures. You know, the helping hand you seek is the end of your own arm, not in somebody else's arm. And Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, by ourselves we must pull ourselves up, for we are our own best friend and we are our own worst enemy. That's a famous quote in Bhagavad Gita. By ourselves we must pull ourselves up, for we are our own best friends and we are our own worst enemies. And for the Indian community itself can be the best friend or worst enemy. So I've just launched something in Malaysia about a few months ago, something called the Bhakti Revolution. Massive reaching out to the grassroots again. I finished now we are very good to the government, very good to interfaith, everyone. Now I'm going back how I started from many years ago. Gulab, at the grassroots level. I'm bringing now the Bhakti Revolution to devotion Bhakti. But now I'm changing the definition of Bhakti. For thousands of years, Bhakti means devotion to God. Now I'm changing the definition. Bhakti means devotion to God and devotion to parents. If you can't respect and revere your parents, forget about devoting God. I said. You worship your father and mother, you know you go to the temple. If I'm wrong in all this, I'm going to go to hell. So any of you join me there, you'll see me there. So dear devotees, we need to have. So I said, how to do that? We launched something called the Tabla, Tamil Bhajan Learning Adventure. We told them we must do songs, we must capture the hearts of the people. These bad guys, we can't talk about talk to the mind. Let's capture the heart. So we learned the Bhakti Revolution. Massive bhajan. I said, let us convey songs. What is Baba? Let's follow what Baba has done. How did Baba capture us initially? Through bhajans, was the foundation. Then came the seva, then come the human values. So let us make devotional songs. And through the songs convey the meanings, the values of the scriptures. There's a lot of Tamil songs, there's a lot of value-based. I'll do this in the Murugan temple, okay? So value-based songs, and through the values we can teach them. So songs we teach them values. So the first bhajan, they call it mega bhajan in the temple. 900 devotees were the target. They missed the target. 850. And then just recently, 1 week ago, 19th March, we went to another temple which is about 3 hours from Kuala Lumpur. They were targeting about 300 youth. They hit 500. So now we are going for mega bhajans. Now, then our challenge is now to tell each temple, have your own bhajan group. We'll donate to your tabla, harmonium, and all youth, we train you all. And our Sai people will go and train them. I said, what, we have failed, I said. What nonsense I tell the people, Malaysia. 40 years we are in Malaysia, where every temple should be having their own bhajans. But you sit like cults full in the Sai Center and saying, Allah, Buddha, what is that? I haven't said. We have failed, I said. Baba didn't give Namasman singing God only for Sai devotees. He went for the world. So now our target is now virtually every temple in Malaysia must have their own bhajan groups and sing the songs that will teach also lessons for them. So like this big thing. We are making temples Sai Seva centers. Anyway, so why they ask for mega bhajan? I told them, the same reason why I'm going to talk about now. Because I said, you must stun the people, must be like, remember, I told them an example, Mahatma Gandhi. When Gandhi launched the Salt March, you know Salt March? Gandhi, hello? Yeah. You know Gandhi, right? Okay. Salt March, you know? Okay. So, when Gandhi launched the Salt March, the devotees, if 10 fellows had followed Gandhi, you think the world would notice? 1,000 followed him, The whole setup, my God, what's happening? So I said, same like this. If you have 10 fellows sitting on a temple singing bhajan, who cares, When 900 people, 500 people sat there and think, wow, what's happening? So we have to create this mass, pervasive thing in society. Normal things any fellow can do, okay? But God's help, we need to do this massive thing. So the devotees, we decided to do the same thing here for the ABC program. Massive, pervasive program. So final thing was the drugs. That we began to hit the drug guys, okay? And we had planned for a big, the longest dancing chain, anti-drug dancing chain. Then we had all the villages will come down, and all the people in the flats will come down and form a huge dance. I told them, look, make the dancing movement very simple, okay? Don't make it very complicated, okay? So and we entered the Malaysian Book of Records, as the world's. These are people who can look at. Now, what happened is, what is this? Halfway through the anti-drug campaign, one day Dr. Suresh calls me. He was one of my grassroots support person, one of the grassroots support people. And he said, trouble. I said, what? Everybody, he said, the drug pushers have told the local residents, tell the Sai Baba people to watch out. We are targeting them. Dear devotees, when the phone call came, my blood went cold. Maybe the weather was cold that day also. And my hair stood. I realize now, even one hair is touched. Of any of the youth, and the youth, and fathers, mothers, children, everybody on the ground, every day. So one hair, if everything goes well, no one will come. If one hair is touched, they'll come on me like tigers. Jega, how can you be so stupid? That to send young people and fathers and mothers and everyone into such a most black area. The police even dare not go singly, they go double again. How can you so mad? And the organization will go down the drain again. That's what I said, I'll call you back, I said. So, that night immediately I called her, I went in front of my altar and said, Swami, not sure. The devotees, as clearly as I hear your voice, Swami said, hey, go ahead. Nothing will happen, Swami will protect. Next morning I called her. Suresh, tell everyone, you don't step back one step. Go, do more. The devotees, not one hair was touched. Swami protected. Then came the next big miracle. I'm telling you this because you must see things to so that what can inspire people again. So they came for the world's longest dancing chain, anti-drug dancing chain. So that time I was overseas, I was away at that time, I was overseas in official work in Africa, so everyone was, Billy Fong was there, and everyone was there. And the crowd began to come down. Don't forget anybody, these are high-rise flats. This event is not taking place 10 miles away. It's taking place just beside where they live. They came down, all lining up, in front of their flats, okay? Huge row, and wearing some t-shirts, Vicky, all of it is, all of them ready. And what happened after? Billy then told this story at the Chinese New Year, told this story in front of Swami in the Purnachandra hall. Swami, he said, we worked together to make it impactful. Swami, he said, we all stood there, Swami, in a line. And as we stood there, huge launching changes, mothers, children, fathers, all lining up. Suddenly the clouds became together above the area. Devotee, Swami, drops, drizzle started. We realized if the rain came, the crowd will just disperse. If they're 10 miles away, they can't go anywhere. But now just, the house is next door, within 100 yards, they have gone into their flats. Swami, few of us got aside. And Swami, we prayed, Swami. We prayed to you, Swami, to stop the rain. But Bhagavan Baba, as we prayed, the rain became heavier and heavier. The rain became bigger and bigger and bigger. There it was, and Swami, and then we saw the miracle. Not one of the people moved, Everyone stood there. I'm telling you, my hair is standing. Everyone stood there. Not one mother, child that they moved, And all of them continued to dance, soaking in the rain. Why was it possible? Because it is one of their ways to return to them the love we had given for 3 years. This is the power of love. This is the power of SAI faith. Devotees, 3 years finished. I went to the mayor of Colombo City and told him, Mayor, we can't continue after 3 years, I got to pull back. And volunteers, can you imagine, every day on the ground is no joke. Don't forget, these are all the students, lecturers, university lecturers, office workers, corporate sector. By the way, the program started. I didn't want to, a lot of seva is going on in Colombo City, because we have blind home, leprosy, we do lepers home, all for a lot of seva being done. I didn't want to take our volunteers from the existing service activities. I need a new team to come in. What I did? I approached the corporate sector. I approached Coca-Cola, Colgate-Palmolive, Malaysian Mining Corporation, which has got big mining facilities in Australia, and New States Times newspaper. I told the CEOs about the project. They couldn't believe it. You can't do this. Okay, listen, we're not going to force anybody. You're welcome to speak to our staff. If they volunteer, we are happy they go. So we spoke to the staff. The companies gave some special benefits, some gifts or something to their own staff. I got 10 volunteers from Colgate-Palmolive, 10 from Coca-Cola, 10 from Malaysian Mining Corporation, 15 from New South Times. 45 corporate volunteers. Know nothing of Baba, they came in, just for the program. But the thing is, there was a very great help because when these 45 guys coming with our side team, they could not, the corporate sector could not sustain the program for more than 6 months. They were with us, but then after slowly they drifted away. But that 6 months gave us enough time to link with the local people, the local youth. And the local youth became incredible supporters. And devotees, we went, end of 3 years, I told the mayor, we are pulling out. The mayor said, Jega, why? I can't keep them more than 3 years. I promised 3 years. Then the mayor said, Jega, I'll send my staff to the area to see the results of your work. I said, fine, go ahead. I have no clue what happened. We're just doing it. And then their people compiled, their staff compiled the report. And then they called a meeting. Mayor and myself sitting down. On the mayor's side, his staff, heads of all the divisions, departments of the city hall, all Muslims, except one guy who was the engineer for engineering department. All of the Muslim leaders. On our side, the SAI side, we had Malays, Chinese, Indians, all of them, multiracial team to that. The devotees, the mayor's people present the results. These were the results. CS Sarvak Association confirmed the following: vandalism reduced by 80%, crime rate reduced by 50%, drug problem reduced by 80%, lepak, that is youth hanging around, 100% wiped out. Second, these are huge flats, therefore the residence blocks different. Residence Association confirmed the following: vandalism reduced by 80%, crime rate down by 90%, drug problem here reduced by 20%, youth hanging out 50%. The devotees, the mayor asked us, he was stunned, the mayor was stunned, I was stunned. How is it possible? How you did it? He turned to his staff, how come all the manpower and all the money, we couldn't do it? How can you all do it? I told the mayor, first of all, there is God. First I told the mayor, we took one premise, God is there. Number two, Baba has told us, no youth is bad. No youth is bad, born bad. But no one is respecting them, no one is guiding them, no one is mixing with them. All the fat cats remain in their own areas and not go down to mix with them. But they want them to come not as enforcers like police force. They want them to come as friends, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts. That's what we did. So I'm a Dato, Dato in Malaysia is like a Sir title given by the Queen of England. I get it. The Dato is the title given by the Sultan. Myself, I'm a Dato. The guy, the Jagadeesan was deputy also Dato. There are 3 or 4 Datos who came along. So 4 or 5 Datos going there every day, doing this kind of thing. They were stunned. They thought we'll come one day and go off. Normally Datos, all the VIPs come and cut the ribbon and disappear. There they saw us going week after week. They were, hey, what is this guy? How come these guys are so... We want their love. These bad guys show the bad youth that they one thing. They're very hostile to you. You win their love, they'll die for you. That's what we did. We won their love. Also, we brought successful people to mix with them. We brought in lawyers, doctors, engineers, IT experts, datos. We just won their respect and love. Here's the science behind what we did. The Devotees, the 5 gateways of human mind. We got 5 senses. External stimuli goes to the 5 senses. And if the external stimuli, once it comes to the superconscious mind, higher mind, lower mind, subconscious mind, then either we respond or react. We pump in good positive things, then a chance for positive to come out. If only the youth are facing negative, only negative will come out. Pure science of human mind. So positive inputs, we get response positively. Negative inputs. So all these children, Tina is talking about, all the youth in many areas, have been responding, have been pumped with negative outputs, negative inputs. If we can go in and pump positive stuff in a fun way, then we have to mitigate the negative energy. There's numerous activities we pump positive value in a fun way in the area, Samping area. We launched inside the area Human Value Drama Festivals, Human Value Song Festivals, medical camps, helping people. We took out the youth from the camp, took them to Seaside Resort. We had 2 days camp for them there in the Seaside Resort. And also we took the youth to homes of handicap, very interesting. We took the youth, these youth now, they always think, oh, we are poor, no one cares for us, we are disadvantaged. We took them to handicap homes to see the plight of the handicap. They were stunned, they realized, my God, we are lucky, They realized they were lucky. So it's a consciousness thing, okay? We began to show them lives, how other lives. We set up free computer education center, tuition classes for children, sports and games, unite parents, teenagers. Went on and on and on. 3 years ago. Unrelenting work. But Devotees. And we created the miracle of transformation that shocked the mayor. But now you must be convinced that God's will guiding us, interfaith initiative, to bring unity of faith is possible. But we only dare to do it. We only dare to do it, Devotees, if we are convinced, 100% faith, the divine is with us. Guiding us, guarding us, protecting us. Don't be fear. Dare to be divine. And when can we be sure? And of course, noble motive is, I told you that when God becomes the wind beneath your wings, then, as she mentioned just now, people come and support you without you asking. So, this is about Malaysia. Anyhow, I thought I'd share this with you. So, what I'm suggesting now to Tina and the SAI youth who are here, because you are the most powerful group who transform youth, is this. Tina, it's one thing for you to go and keep on helping these individuals, okay, themselves. Give them some ownership. If you can, if it makes sense. Working with other non-people who are involved in your non-youth, organize human value song festivals. Organize drama festivals using your people, mixing with them. Let them bond together. And take this to a major function where you charge tickets, and get money. Don't do it free. You charge tickets, get people to come. So the is begging for money. They will themselves help to make it happen. Then they feel a sense of bondship with normal people. Hopefully you are normal again. I keep pointing to you all as normal. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken. Get our people to help you out doing the drama, directing drama. Let them compose these kids of yours, compose their own songs. Either individuals or working as a team. Play the guitar, play the music, And once you have a massive festival like this, song and drama festival, inviting people, charge them tickets to come and make them donate for this occasion. Then everything, that's a, they give something and you have something. Invite your VIP to come there, whoever your VIP is. Then this way how the communities can work. We create a little mini ABC here. All I'm asking is to drama and song. You do all the other things we did. Okay? The other thing you can do actually, youth, get all these guys to do sports together with you. Football. You mix with them and play with them. Basketball, what do you call it? Girls do. Volleyball. Volleyball, right? Netball. Whatever. Through sports and through drama and song, we can unite people and create a fun environment where we can hopefully make a transformation. It need not be just one event. Once you've done here one place, you take that same group and go into another part of the city. Because once you rehearse the drama, a lot of time you spend, then after you act, you want to do it again. Different parts of the city. And get our council people. What's the lady's name? Jill. Become your godmother. And Jill, let your county, what's the county called? Kirkpatrick or something. Lapita, whatever. Okay, whatever it is. I don't want to pronounce it wrongly. Kaipatiki, Kaipatiki. So take Kaipatiki. Take the Kai people, okay? So the short form, make it the Kai means hand. The hand people are coming in now. The Sai Kai is coming in. And then you come and you work with them. And let Sai Kai people be the people to go and show these other environments, other parts of the city. And this alone beyond what's possible. So you keep the sustained thing must go on. You just can't do one and finish. So that way you could get them engaged in something useful, something to look forward to. Okay? So that is, I don't know, I've deviated from the topic I wanted to start with. But let me just, so this is something, the challenge, Here we are talking about children and parents and families. Take what I'm talking about. So we can do many things. But now I'd like to talk about the situation about parents. Okay? Going back to the main subject, I was so inspired by what you all told earlier. I just thought I'd mention this thing. The devotees, given proof, that parents are being neglected. Let alone children being neglected, okay? And here's some solid proof for you. Singapore, which like your country, is a very advanced country. Singapore. The parents are being so neglected by the fat cat groups and not the poor. Fat cats are neglecting them. Singapore has passed a law. The parents can sue their children for neglecting them. Parents can sue the children for neglecting them. When this particular law was passed, people say, what nonsense, Which parent will sue the children? The first, they opened up a commission office. The first day the commission office opened, 6 Chinese parents came. And I saw the news, I was following this, tracking the story. The mother said, my daughter prefers to feed the dogs rather than look after us. Can you imagine the crying heart of the mother? So what can we do now to protect that? So this is another one. India, where Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam has been the foundation of Indian culture. Government has passed a law where the government can take the children to court for abandoning parents. What they do, they tell, Amma, Papa, come, we're going to take you to her. I thought you start crying when you they'll tell the what Amma and Appa, parents, Amma Appa come, we'll take you to a big temple function, okay? Or big Rajanikanth show, whatever it is, you know. So then they'll take them far away from their village, from the town where they're living, okay? And while the parents are just watching and thanking, oh God, thank you God for this wonderful son of mine, daughter of mine. See, they brought me to pray here. They quietly go back home. When the temple function is over, they all alone. And some of them don't know where the house is. This is the tragedy of life. That is why, dear devotees, I decided to do something about it again. The Swami has talked about it again and again and again. We've ignored it. China has passed a law. China, one-child society. They got old folks home. China passed a law whereby they force children to visit their parents whom they leave in old folks homes. You must visit their parents. We have done a lot of old folks home seva. We go to old folks. Sometimes we think the old folks there sitting at the homes have no children. No, they say, my son is an engineer, but he hasn't come here for the last 3 years. Devotees, it is not the poor, the fat cat group, middle class group, they are responsible. Thailand, Indonesia, Brunei, I don't know what situation now. In Malaysia, media reports, 1 out of 3 parents abandoned by children. Why should we worry about this? Why? Because before you know it could strike closer to you, your own home, your own relations. You never know when it's going to happen. You never know when your child is going to abandon you. Oh, the child is so loving, Suddenly, one day, I used to tell the youth in Malaysia, whatever you do, I said, get your parents' blessing. What I said, the H.O.P.E, I didn't remember the H.O.P.E monument, the symbol of the H.O.P.E monument. What do you do? So one day one youth came to me, Uncle, I want your blessing. I said, what? I'm migrating. To where? Australia or New Zealand, I forgot where. I said, see, I know he's the only son, the elderly parents. What about your parents? Uncle, I follow your advice, What's that? Uncle, you say seek your parents' blessing, what do you do? I asked my father and mother blessing, they only bless me not to go. I said, you idiot, I said. Let me tell you, I said, if I am your father dying, and I need you to be by my side to hold my hand at least, not support me. But if you come and tell me that you want to migrate, the father's love will say, go son. His heart will be crying. The smiling face will say, go son, go. That is the father's love. That is the mother's love. You want me to bless you to abandon your parents? Hey, it will be a curse, you will suffer. Why should I join your suffering? I know, when you go, you go. Yeah, he's very upset with me. Sleep there. 6 months later, I saw him one day. Hey, what happened? You didn't migrate, huh? No, uncle. I thought I'd stay and look out of my father and mother. That is what it is. They just don't think. All we need is put a little seed of consciousness in the mind. So either we do nothing, we become victims of our own apathy, or we do something. But in a grand scale, that will shake the national consciousness. Shake your now, by the way, I was telling this. Though the ABC program is finished a long time ago, few years later, suddenly the government is asking us now, can you all duplicate your ABC program in 10 other areas in Malaysia? Would you believe that? The government is asking us, can you duplicate ABC in 10 other areas? I told my people, ABC is very difficult. ABC is a massive transformation program. I mean, as a leader, I took the challenge because I was sure halfway through, when I turned back, everybody is still behind me. You can't go to a program where the leader is not there, and you go there, suddenly you go to be like a hero, you go there, suddenly you're done. Hey, all the readiness are gone, okay? Only the chief is in front. So you must be able to make sure that the people are prepared to walk through the doors, at the same time, charge the light brigade, okay? Half a league onward, into the valley of death, about the 600. Like that. People must prepare to walk through hell with you and come back out of it. This is the challenge. So dear devotees, The shame and confessions, okay? By centuries, parents were considered greatest treasure. Today, Father's Day, Mother's Day, once I already talked about this now. So, we're launching, as I'm saying now, we're launching the Hope Agenda. Honor our parents every day. What is the essence of Hope Agenda? There is this, look at the one. We want to make sure if 60-70% of youth today, in any society, we can make them make a vow to themselves and to God or whoever. I'll never bring tears to my parents' eyes. And whatever I do, I'll only do it for make my parents happy and proud of me. As one day I hope my children will do the same for me. This, for all of you here, okay, you're lucky because Swami came to our lives and created the cause. But how about others? This is our challenge. So then, as I told you now, the cause noble, motive is pure. So we just quickly go through this. Now, what we did in Malaysia, we launched a massive program on the Hope Agenda. We went to Ministry of Education, school, and told them, we would like to launch this Hope Agenda in schools. Primary school, primary secondary school, kindergarten, and Ministry was so stunned. One after another, yes, do that. They allowed us, they gave a letter to all the schools, please be free to participate. Because Malaysia, you need government permission before you can enter any school. The Devotees, we launched a program called the Hope Agenda. This is the SUNE program. Nation Building Program by Elevation of Human Values, 2012. Honor your parents every day. This is a copy of the SUNE program that we launched. I think I've given Brother Ravi a copy of the program. Then, 2013, we launched the ASEAN Human Trauma Festival. Same thing, on Hope Agenda, on our parents every day. We invited countries, I think it was Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, or Thailand, 4 or 5 countries took part in this. For Malaysia, Devotees, Hope Agenda moved to Mauritius. How many of you from Mauritius here? Like I know one young lady in Mauritius. Who else? No one else will have Mauritius? Okay, we took the Mauritius by storm. Mauritius was so stunned because they're having a problem, same problem. So there what they did was, they began to launch Hope Monuments. The Devotees, September 2011, the first invitation was sent by the government of Ministry of Gender Equality and Child Development and Family Welfare of Mauritius. Dear wife, I'm telling you what's possible, okay? But you must dare to do, if not, nothing will happen. In collaboration with Indian Ocean Center of Education Human Value, this is the SAI Human Value Program, a Sai Baba Council initiative. Hope Monument, honor our parents every day. First ever monument in Mauritius and the world. Hope Monument was unveiled by the Mr. Martin, Minister of Gender Equality, Child Development, Family Welfare. Suresh was there for this event. In fact, he is the one who motivated them to do this. He was President of SAI Council. Dear Devotees, the first Hope Monument was that one. 5-foot statue. Father and mother blessing 2 children. Then this thing began to catch fire. They began to put second one, third one, fourth one, and the fifth one. The 4th monument was launched by the President of Mauritius. The President of Mauritius came to launch a musical fountain. A huge statue in the middle of a fountain. November 2012. That's it, that was in front of the mayor's office, in the garden. Huge monument, and with the father and mother blessing 2 children. Honor our parents every day. Big people, a lot of people came and participated with children, parents, everything. And that's the President of Mauritius here, the guy here, the President and his wife. This is the Gayatri, dynamic young lady, driving the EHP program. That Suresh was there, and this is the Managing Director of India Petroleum, who was a co-sponsor of the event. And that was an incredible event. The President had a prepared speech. When he saw what was happening to devotees, he put aside his speech and gave a thundering message. Oh my God, he gave a powerful message. This is what we need for our country, he said. Then he said, I don't know what's happening now here, but let me tell you this. I want to be the patron for this program. We didn't ask him to be patron, he wanted to be the patron. That's the impact we have. And then, I was so moved, that when he spoke from his heart, and our nation needs a program like this, and I like to be patron for the initiative, he said. Devotees, after that, hope message to all youth. Seek your parents' blessing, whatever you do in life. After launch, during tea, the President declared, I'd like to see a smaller version of this Hope Monument in front of every school in Mauritius. Devotees, now there are about 7 or 8 of the monuments around. Devotees, this, before I go to this one, I want to share with you one more thing. By the time I'm through, you were fat, this fellow come and give us so much work to do. Okay, anyhow, like in the past, so many years, lot of talk will happen. Nothing is going to happen, So let this idiot talk, okay, who cares? Let this idiot talk. So, devotees, but we need people to inspire the world. So what happened? We launched another program under H.O.P.E initiative. Award for Noble Son and Noble Daughter. We call it in Malaysia called Dharmic Son, Dharmic Daughter, but we call it Award for Noble Son, Noble Daughter. What does it mean by that? The Award for Noble Son, Noble Daughter was inspired by one girl. One girl inspired me to launch this award for Dharmic Son, Dharmic Daughter. This girl was the daughter of one of the SAI chairman, Dixon. You know him, man? Dixon. And what this girl did was so extraordinary. She went to London to do law. 3 years law. Come back in Malaysia and do chambering, before you become a lawyer. Do chambering. He also got the same thing, I think, chambering. As she was about to start the chambering, her mother was Balvika's guru, brilliant Balvika's guru. Father was a very dynamic Sai leader. Mother was detected with brain cancer. This family is rich enough to hire 3 maids now. We get maids from Indonesia, Philippines all coming in. Family have 3 maids. All father engineer, brother engineer, doctor. But this girl said no. My mother looked at me when I was young. I looked at her mother. She threw her career away, stayed at home, devotees for 3.5 years, looking after the mother. And as the mother's brain began to deteriorate, she would clean the mother, wash the mother, and she would clean the mother's feces. I gave the same speech, in Memphis, America, in front of the mayor. She cleaned the feet as a maid would today. But no, as a daughter would, one generation ago. Today, very rarely you get daughters want to do that. You get the maid, someone to do that. So girl did that. No one helping her. She stayed at home and became the nurse. And after 3.5 years, she passed away. Mother passed away. Then she took her bar exam and now she's a lawyer. In fact, subsequently she migrated to Australia. Her father also passed away. Subsequently, then I was so moved by this. So in a massive Sai conference, we had about 2,000 people there, in Sai Convention, National Sai Convention. I didn't tell anybody, I prepared a huge shield, award for Dharmic Daughter, another one award for Dharmic Son. And I gave the award for Dharmic Son to Dr. Suresh. Why? Suresh studied and got his PhD in Singapore. And after getting his PhD, he was offered jobs in Singapore. He was a brilliant student, brilliant scientist, scientific mind. The University of Singapore offered him a salary 3 times higher than what the Malaysian University was offering. He came and told me this. I said, what happened? You're taking? No, I'm declining. Why? My father will miss me, he said. Devotees, he is not a single son living with his father and mother. He's got 2 other working brothers, another sister working. There are 4 people in the family, he's working. Not that he goes away his parents. He just said, my father loves me. My father will miss me. That's all. Father doesn't need it. Father will miss me. Mother will miss me. So he threw his career in Singapore and came back and worked in University of Malaysia and stayed in this house. House, a few rooms, So come here, father, mother, one room. And Suresh and young 2 brothers and sister, all working members. She's scared. And so I gave him the award. Nowadays, young children, the moment they get a degree with the father room, they pack up and go overseas. Then everybody clapped for him. Then I told him, Suresh, whatever award you've got now becomes insignificant in the presence of the next awardee. This girl. I called on stage and I mentioned why I was giving her this award. devotees. Mothers in the hall were crying. Handkerchiefs are coming up, sobbing away. But they realized this was a very rare act of sacrifice of daughter for her mother. And I'm sure every mother would have been thinking, will my daughter do this for me? So we launched now this award for Dharmic son, Dharmic daughter. And I took this program into the Hindu Sangam, the Hindu community in Malaysia, and I gave them awards for that. And now I'm planning to move it to other areas. Then I was working in Zambia. At the time I was a senior economic advisor to the government of Zambia, working for the Japanese government. I was an advisor for the Japanese government, helping Zambia economic recovery. So one day I had a meeting with the president of Zambia. And you know, Japanese are very, very strict, okay? They don't want you to deviate from whatever your mission is. So anyway, I don't care, no. So I decided not to brief the Zambian president about this award. This is the presentation I made to him. I'm going to show you now, I think, a summary of the president who made the whole thing. I'm showing this to you because there are 16 slides. The brief to His Excellency President of Zambia, the Triangle of Hope, way forward. This was the Triangle of Hope, is my economic program. And I wanted the President's urgent decision on 5 economic issues. And then after that 16 slides, I told the President, Your Excellency, the exact words, I so far asked for guidance for 5 major economic issues. The direct impact on the Triangle of Hope, Strategic Action Initiative Economic under Japanese government's JICA program. With the Excellency's permission, I would like to address a social issue that impacts all nations. This is a personal initiative of my wife and myself to contribute to this nation. I spoke to Dr. M. Dr. M is the Minister of Finance over there, and he urged me to present it to you directly. Do I have your permission to do this? The Japanese ambassador sitting there and all these guys, they're looking at staring at me, what is Jega talking about? I didn't look at them. If I looked at them, I said, don't. President said, go ahead. This is the social action Presidential Award for Noble Son and Noble Daughter. Devotees. This is the present. In today's society, selfishness has become so rampant that increasing numbers of teenagers and youth have become oblivious to the feelings of their parents and misbehave in a way that oftentimes do not reflect the home environment they come from. There could be parents, children coming from very noble families, but children behave in such a way that they bring disgrace to parents. Parents who have showered love on the children, sacrificed for them, sometimes find the children do not hesitate to do things that can bring shame and humiliation to them. Youth who claim that parents have power over them, and all of you youth seem to forget that they have the power, because by one selfish act a youth does, a noble family, father, mother, bring the good reputation for themselves, they can destroy the reputation overnight. But they don't care. Today's society gives all types of awards to all people who excel in any field of human endeavor. The award for best footballer, best student, award for ideal mother, father, teachers. We even awards for first kind mountain, they give the award. When they sail a boat, they get the award. I told him, sir, the type of heroes nation needs are heroes who stand for truth, who stand for the highest values, and heroes who are prepared to sacrifice for their parents. As much as parents, as a manifestation of their love, have sacrificed for children. These heroes are not those who perform one act of great human excellence, 100 meters, 200 meters swimming, but who make their daily life an example of heroism, of truth and love and sacrifice of parents and family. Such heroes, an ideal noble son or daughter, who is a blessing to their parents. This initiative being useful, Your Excellency, I said, you must set up a task force. And I'll work with the task force to implement this program. Ironically, this award will not normally be an award that is won by school children. This award is meant for only those after schooling. While they're schooling under parents, after school they're working independent. How much they care for their parents. Some of them even grandparents today. But they become inspiration how they look at their parents. So you see how we try to take Swami's message everywhere. Sacrifice can be in many ways. Example, a son, daughter, despite being not well off, struggle to care for aged parents. This is sending them to old folks' homes. Son, daughter sacrifice their own personal career advancement for care of parents. Son, daughter give part of the liver or other bodily parts to save a parent. We hear parents doing this for children, but really vice versa. Maybe say the millionaire who gives the father and mother a big house and servants, spending 10% of his income may be deserving. But a hero in this case may be a hawker, making $100 a day and spends $10 for his parents. The quality of sacrifice, not the quantity. The submission given for this now, I told him this is a methodology, we can do this. And if you think, Your Excellency, that this is worthy to implement Zambia, you prepare a special task force and we'll work with the person. You appoint your presidential person. The devotees, I feel the Nobility Award Task Force will draw up a detailed criteria and we will help them, I said. And first award could be in conjunction with Zambia's National Day and such a massive event. We can have a big event, some cultural program for regarding parents, and then the award is given with massive publicity, media publicity. The event could be called Dedication to Mother and Father. Other better names as I welcome. Also do a drama on that day for like a Divine Being Orchestra we had doing it. Showing religious tolerance or unity of parents' love. You can take songs from films or whatever, that show dedication to parents. So devotees, thus I told him, we must launch a triangle of hope. One side parents, other side children, and the rest the tradition, religion, and culture. Sir, we are a Christian nation as well. Christian nation, 110 commandments to honor thy father and mother. Can you make that living reality in your country? Anybody? Then I told him that my wife and I are part of a Malaysian NGO. Malaysian NGO is called Sathya Central Council of Malaysia. I never hide from his name. So if you feel this is worthy, we'll send 2 challenge trophies from Malaysia as a gift to you. And everybody it's called a personal award. And so, the moment we finished, the president said, I won this program. Told immediately appointed Jagadeesan, his advisor, to be coordinator for this program. Devotees. I'm skipping to we offer you a challenge sheet. Challenge sheet every 5 years it goes and then it's put in a hall, and then the individual winner will get a personal trophy himself. Love and respects Dato Jega and Datin Jagadeesan. By the way, my wife came to Zambia with me, not as wife. Of course, she was wife also. But she came as a deputy consultant. She was also professionally part of the JICA contract. And she was incredible help to me, like you saw today. Much more so. So here I'll show you one of the examples. So the Hindu Sangam in Malaysia, they had this award ceremony. I told you, we donated some trophies for the Hindu Sangam for 3 years. This is the one about the brain cancer thing, Shamini. The girl's name was Shamini, okay? She got the Noble Daughter Award. So this is a Premnath, the Noble Son Award. Shouldered the responsibility of physical care to both his parents from the age of 19 years old. Mother diagnosed leukemia when he finished his STPM, his O-level. Father developed complications due to diabetes, including kidney failure, and became blind. In 1994-97, he had to stay at home to care for the parents, while forgoing his own studies and career. Sacrificed a dream to study hotel management in Switzerland, so as to allow his siblings to further. He let allow his siblings to go and study. He himself stayed at home. He had no entertainment activities, but entirely dedicated his life for care of his parents. The Hindu Sangam gave him a Noble Son Award. Or they call it Dharmic Son Award. Chitta Lakshmi, Noble Daughter. Chitta had shouldered the family responsibility for young when her mother had cardiac failure, which was Form 5. That's why, A-level, O-level. Her father had kidney failure problem and passed away 5 years later. This child took care of her ailing mother of 36 years old until the mother passed away at age of 78. Sacrificed her own studies and opportunity for a job as a teacher. Her own marriage came to an end. His husband did not agree for her to take care of her mother continuously. And she said, caring for her mother is like a blessing from God. This goes on and on. Records of noble sons and noble daughters. So it's not a theoretical thing we're doing, it's done. And devotees, this I told the President, thank you sir. I gave the President all the examples of this. This is the challenge trophy we sent from Malaysia. Zambia President Award for Noble Son. Then we have similar one, Zambia President Award Noble Daughter. You can see the 5 squares there, empty places. This for every year in the 5 years. This is the logo that we went there. So devotees. This is what is possible. I'm giving you many examples. What has been done on the ground. So it's not a theoretical exercise I'm giving you. I'm giving you something that can be done. So let us finish with this. I want to show you a video. Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Bossa Nova beat. Is there love in this world greater than... Look at the words there, it's like karaoke style. Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there love in this world greater than mine? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? In the womb of life you held me, as a child you held me in your arms. As I grew, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I say this much from the bottom of my heart. Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there a love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? You are life, you are love, you are laughter. You are an angel that walks just for me. If I fail to tell you that I love you, know that this song is always just for me. Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there a love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? All sing. Is there a love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there a love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? In the womb of life you held me, as a child you held me in your arms. As I grew, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I say this much from the bottom of my heart. Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mine? You are life, you are love, you are laughter. You are an angel that walks just for me. If I fail to tell you that I love you, know the song is always just for me. You are my life, you are love, you are laughter. You are an angel that walks just for me.
tell you that I love you. Though the storm is always just for me. Though the storm is always just for me.
Heaven lies at the feet of the mother, Islam. Love the whole world as the mother loves its own child. What is that? He, God, cherishes all his souls. Mother cares for children, Sikhism.
Is always just
no greater mantra than God the Father, no greater temple than Mother. Obey the command of your parents, then only you will become sacred and your life will be sanctified. Baba. This CD is available on YouTube or somewhere, I think, you know. Right. You put Mother's Love, I think, and then you find it there. Devotees. So I've given you, during this course of this program, 2 songs about parents. The other one is what? What's the other one? What's the other parent song I gave? Yeah, at least before I leave the hall, don't you forget. Huh? At least after I leave the hall, you all forget as usual. It's okay. Don't cry for them when they are gone. Don't cry. So, as I conclude this session, I will ask you something. These are options you have. Remember, every conference we have must provide something to move forward. You know, I wasted all your time for 3 days. We have a choice now to clap our hands and go back home and wait for another speaker to come. Speaker, laugh and joke and who's speaking? Or ignite a spark to become a flame. Don't ask me for more ideas. I'm giving so many ideas, you know. Can this take up as a challenge? Okay? A challenge, you feel hope makes sense. A program for nation building. Launch a Hope initiative in ISSO New Zealand. Then as a successful extend to other neighboring nations, you can become inspiration to others around you. The Fiji and others. Target should be schools under the Hope program material about schools. If you feel more sense for nation building, launch awards for noble sons and noble daughters in every community. Call it SAI award, or call it just New Zealand award, or award of named after some president, noble son, daughter. Ask your respected religious leaders or great community leaders to be a patron for the program. Another challenge, build a Hope monument in some part of New Zealand. The community, government support. It's a reminder to all who see about the gratitude we have for parents. I assure you, this will become a major tourist attraction, same as your Hobbit thing you got now. In Mauritius, it's a big tourist attraction now. People are coming taking pictures, you know, beside the monument. Only hope they'll go beyond pictures. Another challenge, working with relevant government and community interfaith groups, ask your youth and young adults. Compose songs and sing about filial piety or hope. Present dramas and filial piety, hope, including working with our sisters, Tina's group. Get corporate to sponsor these and award prizes as part of the CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility Program. Everybody will come forward and support. Sci Council should be prepared to help in every way possible. The mother love thing? Oh, that's there. Devotees. Thus, now, the end is near, and I must close the final curtain. I'll go home and rest, and you won't see me till God knows when, I'm certain. Dear Brother Ravi, thank Thank you for inviting me and my wife to New Zealand. And more than this, thank you, SAI, for this event. Thank you, God bless all. Don't think you can get away so cheaply by getting up and clapping, okay? New Zealand will become a lighthouse. Interfaith unity, no agenda. Very important. Thank you.
ஈன்ற பொழுதில் பெரிதோக்கும் தன்மகனை சான்றோன் எனக் கேட்டதாய். You know, a great poet 3,000 years ago said, the happiness that mother gets during childbirth is far exceeded when the child is honored by people as a virtuous son. What he has done, what he stands in front today is an exemplification of that quotation.
My mother would be proud.
Mother would be really proud. Please give him a big hand.